Welcome and welcome back to the Role Effect Podcast. I'm your host, Milton.
And I'm Felicia.
Welcome,
you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Role Effect. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you love our content. We hope that you watched our first video with Just Us by Milton and Felicia that came out last week. So after you finish this one, you can go over there and check that one out as well.
They saw my skills.
They saw your skills. They saw his skills last week. We talked about our first memorable cruise that we took. That Milton was the lip sync battle champion.
Yeah.
So this week, we're going to talk about love is a choice.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
Love is a choice. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So first of all, we got to give God some honor and praise for us just being here with you one more time. So we're going to give you a scripture that kind of tells about that kind of reflects our subject, right?
Yeah. You could. It's relatable.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be coming out of 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 4 through 7.
Yes.
And it reads, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves.
Yes.
Let me correct that word.
That's
Love
1 Corinthians
perseveres.
13, chapter 4 through 7.
That is so good. Right?
Yeah. I think it says a lot, and if you go by those guidelines, you may be okay.
Yeah.
You know,
That is something I think that every household should have a little plaque or a little saying of that verse, because it says so much, not only about family, of relationship, but just family and just people in general, that we should always do what that scripture is saying. Although we don't sometimes, but
it's a good guideline.
it's a guide. Absolutely.
I think every time there's an issue brewing in the house, you should probably go to that right there, and I think you could tweak some things.
Yes, absolutely.
It covers a lot of very broad.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Love is a choice. That's our episode today. Love is a choice. And I when I thought about this episode today, I thought it really related to our pastor, what he preached today, which was, he preached about a loop. And he had a diagram that he drew on this board with this. It looks like a figure 8. What it looks like is actually a number 8 sideways.
Yeah,
the number 8 sideways.
It's like a sine wave for you techies.
Yeah, it's like a number 8 sideways, basically.
Or a S.
Or S, yeah, like something like that, yes. Yeah. And so what it was saying was, he used someone who's trying to lose weight, and they live in okay, we go in the gym and we lift 40 pounds every 4 weeks, right? And he was saying how this circle right here, you will see the same type of results, but you would see different results. So if he decided, I want to go every 4 weeks and just lift 40 pounds, you're going to see him basically being the same. There still be the results of him being just the same. But if he decided, okay, I want to lift 40 pounds a week 4 days a week, every week, you also are going to see results. But you're going to see different results. You're going to see this, which is the result of not putting your everything in it, not really taking the necessary steps to just move forward. You're going to see the results of that, which is nothing. Or you can pivot and go towards this way, and you can do this 40 pounds 4 times a week, every week, and you're going to see the results of hard work and pushing forward and moving forward. So you can either go in this circle of doing the same thing with no results, or you can pivot to go over here and you can do bigger things, and you can do things that will result in a solution, right? So when I thought about this, I thought about how great is that in this segment, in this episode, actually, of love is a choice. Because I can choose to love my husband, or I can choose to have a chaotic household. It's which one are you choosing, right?
Right.
So that is what we're going to talk about today. So, how are you today?
I'm good. How you? I wanted to add on to what you were saying.
Okay.
But I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm hanging.
Okay.
I'm coming along.
Hang on in now. You know, love is a choice.
Love is a choice.
Yeah. I just wanted to add on a little bit from a different perspective. I think for all you music producers, he was using it also like for recording, as when you record something, you can repeat the loop. So it was more like a loop. You either stay in that same loop and repeat the same process, or you move forward and add to it. Mm-hmm. Go that way on the straight line. He was showing us on the diagram. Mm-hmm. And once you do that, you get different results, basically. Mm-hmm. Or you could keep on repeating that loop.
Yes.
But anyway, that was well put. I like it.
Yes.
And this love is a choice thing is definitely you choose, you make choices and you make decisions on which way you want to move forward whenever you have situations.
Yeah.
And the question normally is, how do y'all stay together for 30 plus years?
Yes.
When this one was saying, when we first met the first year, I think, I don't see how people stay together for 20 years. And then I'm thinking, oh Lord, when we get close to 20 years, she's gonna actually exchange me, get the replacement. She thinking like that. We hadn't even got 10 years yet. Yeah. But then I thought kind of like, wow, yeah, that is a long time. So how do you do it when some people can't even make it to the 7-year itch?
Yeah.
You know, that's what the old folks say. You make it 7 years, possibly you can make it. I guess 7 is new beginnings, right?
Yeah. Well, completion.
Completion, basically.
Well, when I was younger and I was thinking about, when you hear the elders say, well, we've been together 50 years, I thought in my mind, oh my goodness, how do you be with somebody for 50 years? And so I used to say that I am guilty of saying, I don't know how nobody stayed together for 50 years. And here we are over 30. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see how they can stay together for so long. But when people ask us the question of, what do you do? How do you make it work? What are you doing? You know, that is something that we thought we would discuss, because I think when people see things, they see it as it's being this, you know, this is wonderful. And it is wonderful, but it does not stop the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, the days that we don't really like each other too well those days. It doesn't stop those days. But when we get up, when I can speak for myself, when I get up in the morning, it's a choice to continue to love. It's a choice to continue to push forward and move beyond the crazy sometimes. It's a choice, because life be lifing, as they say, life be lifing. And so you got to make a choice of whether this person is worth the fight. And if it is, then you get up every morning making a choice. And so for us, I know for me, when we first started out, it was difficult. It was so difficult. So there was days like I was like, I don't know.
She was like, she want to quit.
I don't know about this right here.
She done.
Which was very difficult because you do love the person, but because you go through so many different tests, I believe that is a test.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a test is trying to see if you're able to move past what it looks like at the time. Right?
It's kind of like playing chess too. It's strategic, I think. And you got to make the right moves. You just do. I mean, I remember we were dating early. And matter of fact, probably the first week we met, I told you that I was a difficult person. Or somewhere along those lines.
People, you should listen.
Right. You know, when people...
Maya Angelou said, if someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Right.
But I didn't believe him.
No. Well, she didn't. But you can always make adjustments and you can always change your mindset, which would overall change the person that you are.
Yes.
That's the thing. I was transparent to let you know that a lot of people is only showing their representative.
Yeah.
They hide stuff. Everybody is guilty of hiding something that they didn't tell.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of crazy when somebody tell you that they're difficult.
Yeah, I
admit.
That's a
different kind of crazy.
This once again in my 20s, I was a wild card. That's just what it was. It's like, hey, babe, I'm crazy, by the way. Not crazy, but I'm really different.
I'm difficult.
I'm difficult, so you got to meet certain standards to ride with me. And that's just how it was. I figure I'll let her know something so she don't be scratching her head the whole time.
But let's make it very clear. I did not meet standards based on his difficulties, right? If my standard was, if you want to be with me, we're going to have to change some of that stuff that you're kind of creating in your mind to say that you are, you kind of speaking that, which is not good to speak those things in your life. Yeah. But he was speaking a certain way, so then he was acting the way that he was speaking. Mm-hmm. So now, if we're going to be together, then there has to be some change.
And I have to realize that in my spirit in order for the relationship to work. Because if I go the other way, like I'm perfect, nothing's wrong with me, then we're going to have some conflict.
Right.
And that's where I was. But I realized if I wanted her to ride with me, I got to make some changes.
Absolutely. You got to each get up every day making a choice to do better. Like I had to find out, okay, what are the things he likes? What are the things he dislikes? We come in from two different worlds. So we have to try to coexist in a space together every single day.
Right.
So how do you do that?
And not to mention with family, friends, everything else engaging in our relationship.
Children, you got everything. And so you need to really take moments to think about if this is the person that I want to be with. If it is, then am I going to ride with him for the long haul, regardless of the situation? Because when those vows, when you said those vows, it did say for better, for worse. You know why? Because they knew that it would be worse times. It would be those times when you want to quit. That those times like, he don't always like me. I know it's hard for y'all to believe that. And I don't like him all the times. And I'm sure y'all can believe that.
She don't like me more than I don't like her. And that just put it on the table.
That's very true.
And I understand it. That's the thing. Over all these years, I understand the things that I do, I can hit some nerves. I could pull some triggers. But these days, I'm easily getting off those trigger points.
Absolutely.
Because I've learned.
But after the years of being together, you mature, you grow. You should be trying to make changes that would be beneficial for the both of you, not just for yourself.
Right.
There's a little saying that goes around sometimes: "Happy wife, happy life."
Oh boy,
I am not a fan of that.
is that an episode?
And the reason why I'm not a fan of that is because I don't feel like I need to be the happy one and he's miserable. That makes absolutely no sense. So we're not gonna have that in this house. In this house, we both are gonna be happy. So those times when I ask my husband a question, how's your heart? How's your heart?
Right.
How you doing? How you really doing though? It's because I sincerely wants to know how he's doing, because I want that when he pulls up to our address that he loves walking in. That was always my goal regardless. So every morning I get up, it's a choice. And it's for me being thankful to God that he didn't leave us where we was, because where we wasn't a good, it wasn't good. And so we had to grow into the Felicia and Milton that you see today. So the Felicia and the Milton that you see today is we're better people than we were way back when. And that's the growing part, right?
Yeah, everybody should be that way. As you age, you should learn. You should be way smarter than the 20 and the 30-year-old.
Yes.
At your, now, if you're not and you've gotten dumber, you may need to really redefine some things.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't go that way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
so yeah, that's where the work comes in, though. That's the behind the scenes situation where, okay, we're married or we're dating or whatever, but I gotta keep nourishing this plant.
Yes.
I got to make sure this plant has water. I got to make sure this plant has sunshine. I got to make sure this plant has shade in order for that relationship to grow.
Yes.
Now, if you're not doing that, what eventually happens is it derails. That plant is going to die.
Yeah.
So you have to do the behind the scenes work. It doesn't mean just because you got a title and a ring that is over with. The work really starts.
The work really
I got to
starts.
make adjustments. I can't think that way no more. You know what I mean? And like she said, you got to think of the other person all pretty much more than you think of yourself.
You do.
Now that happy wife, happy life thing, we've never said that, but we have people that say that and they swear by it. But I don't think the first thing they should be thinking is, well, he ain't happy. What about his happiness?
Yes.
He don't deserve to be happy.
He matters.
And if that's what's going on with you, I think you need to reevaluate that. So in the end, you don't have regrets and say, you know what, I gave my all, but I didn't receive nothing. Now you empty.
And there's people that we know of that was couples that said that, and they was miserable, and then they left each other. And I remember this particular guy telling me that he met someone and he's never been as happy as he is right now. And I was so shocked because he's older than me, but he had been with this person for 30 plus years. And I'm like, God, you wasn't happy? Like, that is something, you guys, to be with someone that long and you never was at your happiest. And then you meet someone else and you never felt love like that before. That is a lot of time wasted being in a relationship with someone that you didn't feel loved, and you didn't feel like you was getting what you thought you deserved. And for us, it's important for me to be happy, absolutely. But it is important for me that he's happy as well. I don't need to be happy by myself. Can we both be happy? Can we both enjoy our lives? Can we both wake up every day with the same mindset of just making each other happy and understanding that this choice that we have is a gift? Because a lot of people would never have it, but what we have is a gift, and we know that. And so we can continue to work on us, and it will always be work. It will always be work, right?
Always.
Yes.
It just you can navigate easier.
Yeah.
And you should have less problems with having discussions. And that part is definitely important.
Yes.
But I just really feel in my soul that she should be way happy and I'm just miserable, or the other way.
Yeah.
It's a balance act.
Yeah.
Because what you do is you deplete that person's happiness. They have nothing because they gave it all and you're not giving anything back.
Yeah.
That part
It's
is
like,
important.
Yeah, it's like pouring into someone and your cup is empty because nobody is pouring back into you.
Right.
That's the thing now. That you pour, and there's nothing being poured back into you. How is that right?
Well, you can also be that type, what we call the people pleaser.
Yeah.
And because you just want things to go right. But I would say you got to pause there. It's okay to do that, but with balance.
Yeah.
You got to somebody has to pour back into you.
Somebody
if it's a
has to
relationship,
absolutely.
it works both ways. Not one way. It's not a one-way street.
It's not. And you need to communicate your feelings. You need to.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, communicate your feelings about how you feel. I tell my husband all the time when we are in our little disagreement, it's like, handle me gently, because what I want is I want respect and I want to give that. And I feel like if I give my 100% of who I am to him, then he will give me 210 back. And that's usually how it happens, is that he gives me so much more than I could have ever imagined, because I'm always thinking of, now this is not back in the day. Back in the day, I didn't have the Lord too good, so I wasn't thinking about anything. But now I'm thinking, what would God have me to do, and how would he have me to speak to his son? How? What am I doing when I speak to him in a way that is not pleasing to his ears, nor is it pleasing to God's ears? That is the way I'm thinking all the time. It's like I don't want to be regretting the things that I say out of my mouth, because regardless of the I'm sorry, you can never take it back. You can never take it back. It's done. So for me, it's being careful about what I say and choosing to give my husband grace when we're going through things, and give him mercy that God extends to me every single day. So that's how I handle it, because I genuinely care about when he gets up in the morning, how he's doing, how you feeling, how are we? Let's check in with each other. Can I be doing something better? Can you be doing something better? Check-ins are just a good source, right?
You know, you got to do what works now.
Mm-hmm.
What we're saying worked for us.
Mm-hmm.
You may have another way, but I can remember early in our relationship that I was making so many mistakes that I just wasn't at the level. I should have still been by myself when we got together, because I had so many things going on.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you, you know what? I'm not apologizing no more. We just gonna scrap this. It's gonna be over, and I'm done, because I'm tired of apologizing. So at that moment, I realized either I'm gonna apologize again and it's gonna be over, or I'm gonna do the work where I ain't got to apologize.
Yeah.
And so I started trying to work some things. And that's where you got to start. You got to evaluate yourself, know what you're doing, reverse it if you want to be in a relationship. You cannot be the person like I was saying, oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good to me. But if I'm going to be good in a relationship, it's going to change.
Yeah.
If it's going to last 30 years.
And I think the thing of it is, you have to understand that if it does not, for us, this is, for us, if he doesn't like something, regardless of whether I think it's what is it? It's
you like it and I don't like it.
Yeah, like regardless, if I feel like that's not that serious, if he thinks it's that serious and it bothers him, then it should bother me. Where I say, okay, you know what? Let me fix this. Let me change it. Let me change the way I do this, because it's creating a problem.
Right.
And I think the problem is, in a lot of relationships, everybody wants to be right.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be right. Sometimes you have to say, I'm going to let you have that.
Right.
I'm going to let you have that because it's not even worth the argument. It's not worth it. And I think when you get up every day and you get up every day with the intentions of being mad and angry, like that's a job to get up every day and feel just bad and miserable inside. That is not what that scripture is telling you to do. So in order for me to honor that, I gotta wake up with, first of all, with just, this person is next to me. Thank God for the gift. Because at one point in our lives, that won't be the case for one or the other of us. Mm-hmm. So every day we wake up is a choice to get up and be better than we was the day before.
Right. I call that being the best you. Because we all got different mood swings. So
yes.
when family come from out of town, oh, you the best you. Well, why can't you be the best you in your relationship?
Right.
And if you're not at that point, always think of that so you can make correction. Like, you know what? This ain't good. And not to mention, when you go to bed or you wake up and you mad and you foul, that spirit don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
Now you got to go to work with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just try to do what you need to do to make yourself more pleasant so that your spirit can go on somebody else positive and you don't have no issues.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to have issues, but you don't want to sleep in that negativity.
Yeah. And understand also is that there should be no one outside of your home that is being treated better than the people in your home.
Ooh. Did you just throw a rock?
What I'm saying is that we're so busy trying to be so impressive and be have a certain persona out there in the streets and at jobs and in churches, but we can't even love in our own home.
That's true.
And we're talking to people crazy in our own home.
Right.
That's not good. The person that you vowed, the children that you have, whatever it is, whatever relationship inside that home should be a solid rock. And that no one should be treated better than the people that you're most intimate with.
Absolutely.
That's crazy to me.
Absolutely. And if that's the case, we need a total renovation.
Total renovation.
Internally and externally.
Absolutely.
Because that happens a lot.
Yes.
And it's just not right.
No.
You know, take care of your household first.
Take care of your household first.
And make sure what's going on in your household, it'll come out in the streets.
Yes. Yes.
Now you're not a representative.
Right.
You know, they see you for who you really are.
Yeah. And you don't have to fake it because it's genuine and it's real. What we have is very real and we work at it all the time. So how we stay together, we work on it every single day trying to be better. Now, I'm not trying to make him be anything. I'm being the best version of myself that I possibly can be, and he gets the best side of me, and I automatically get the best of him.
Well, he has to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Because if he didn't, then you'll be drained.
Exactly.
Your water will be gone.
So you pour into me.
That's it.
And I pour into him.
Right.
That's how we do this. The love is genuine, but God is first. And God is first and foremost in our relationship. And that is the key to this success. It's the key. Because without him, I don't know.
It'll be us trying to make correction.
Yeah.
Just like
work.
it was us screwing up in the beginning. I want
Yes.
to add one more thing, and then I'm about done. But
Yeah.
something just came to me. Also, when we talk about, okay, we're married, that's a relationship, but this relationship also should be in your family,
Yes.
your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, and all of that. It's called relationship.
Yes.
So you should treat it the same way if you want that relationship to stay intact and to grow and always be there.
Yes.
All these divided families and this, that, and the other,
Yes.
this is the problem.
Yes.
You don't really have the foundation of relationship.
Yes.
Where's the love?
Where's the love? And you need...
It's a choice, right?
It's a choice. Choosing to love is a choice. We're going to choose to love each other until death do us part. It's a fight every day to wake up and do it better than we did the day before. We would never be perfect. We would never be like this. We don't want anyone to think that we're this perfect couple and we're not.
Nobody's perfect.
We're not. We work every day trying to be a better version of ourselves so that we can be better for each other. And so we will hope that you will make a choice. If you're in a relationship, choose love, choose to give grace, choose to have mercy, choose that if that's possible and that you can do that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And at least try.
At least try.
And if your partner don't see it the way you see it, get some help.
Yes.
Get people that has been together 20, 30 years.
Yes.
Get their opinion.
Yes.
Because one thing we want to make sure that longevity, it is the right fit. Because you don't want to keep pouring where you're drained and then that's over with. Now you're looking for a new relationship, but you ain't did the training day to understand what you need on how to act and what to look for.
Yeah.
And that you can't do that by yourself.
Yeah.
You got to be spiritually
and that's
connected.
what I was going to say. My last point, you guys, is yes, loving is a choice, and we choose that. We choose to wake up and love each other. But if I was the only one choosing and he wasn't, then it wouldn't be a relationship because I can't be at that by myself. And there's a lot of relationship where one person is doing all the giving and choosing to be there and be present, and then that other person is not. That's not going to work. It's just not going to. I have to choose, and he have to choose as well. We have to. This is a partnership. It's a relationship. So we have to choose to love each other every day. And if you don't have a partner that's choosing that, then I would say you need to kind of rethink some things.
Will that be a happy wife? Happy life?
I don't think so. I think maybe another one.
In some situations.
Maybe another person.
Okay.
Maybe that's not your person.
No, I know. I'm just saying, in some of those cases, happy wife, happy life. Oh, I guess you heard the
I
saying.
don't think
That's
God
what they
wants
say.
any of his children to be miserable.
Right.
So I don't think you need to settle. Sometimes we don't make the right decisions when we pick people.
Right.
And I've done that. You've done that.
That's right.
That's just a part of our journey. But we've learned from that. So sometimes it's the choices that we make are not good for us. And that's okay. Because you can dust yourself off, get back up, and if you want to find that again, you can choose to find that again and choose love.
Right.
So,
and you can refer to the episode of The One.
The One.
In case you need a little help in that,
yes,
right?
yes, absolutely. So,
yeah.
I think that's going to conclude that. We didn't want to be too long on these episodes because we can start talking, you guys, and we can talk for a long time because this is what we do. But we just hope you got something from that, and this is how we navigate. This is how we, get up every day trying to do it better than we did before. It's not always a good day, but we try definitely in these times in our relationship to just get stuff over quickly. We don't have time, and I think we have the same mindset is if God loves us so much to give us another 20, 30 years, if he loves us that much to give us that, that means we have more time behind us than we do ahead of us. So we don't have time to be mad and upset and bitter and angry and all the things. For what? I need to thank God every day that he gives me on this earth to love people, to be there for people, to love my husband, to love my family, to be what my family needs for me to be, and to that I can pour into them and they can pour into me. And if anybody is not doing that, they can't be a part of my life. I don't have time to waste loving someone who's not loving me. I don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. So I would say choose wisely, if you're married, get up every day, make it a choice to love each other, because that's what God would want you to do.
And do the work.
Do the work.
Because it's not going to manifest by itself.
Yes.
You know, you got to be prayerful about it, and you got to work at it. That's just the bottom line. And if you don't want to work at it, you got to stay single.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
You're dealing with two different individuals.
Yes. Yes. So that would conclude our episode of Love is a Choice.
It's a choice.
Love is a choice. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know, comment and let us know you're here. Say hi, say hello. You know, ask us questions if you choose to. We're here for you for that as well. If you have topics that you want us to discuss, we can do that too. Also, tune in. We'll give you an update on what day Just Us will be coming out. But tune into that as well. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when a new video comes out, right?
That's right. That's right.
So you can also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You can always DM us or email us for any questions.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. YouTube as well.
YouTube as well. So that's it, babe. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Appreciate y'all coming by again. We just trying to shape and awake, you know, mindsets. That's our goal here, and share experiences.
Yes.
And hopefully you're not listening to somebody that don't have the experience, because that's where you go wrong.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I think, you know, God, that we can bring some good material and good subject matter.
Yes, absolutely.
So we think, anyway.
Yes, so
The role effect.
The role effect.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
It's the role effect. We talk love, we talk faith. God first, couple goals, ain't no room for the hate. We keep it real, keep it true. That's the only way.